What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video and welcome to your stimulus check update, stimulus package and infrastructure update and daily news report for Saturday, July 24th. So the question I've been getting a lot lately is there more coming? The answer is yes, there is more coming. But what is it that is actually coming? Are we going to see a stimulus check? Well, that's possible. Are we going to see infrastructure? Yes, that is highly likely. What we know right now is the bipartisan infrastructure package is getting very close to passing, at least as of reports this morning. According to these reports, the Senate negotiators are right there. That is the statement. They are right there. Some were saying just the other day they're about 99% there. Expectations is that this group will have final legislative text by Monday morning. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer is expected to hold a vote sometime either Monday or Tuesday. And then we can finally move forward on that $3.5 trillion infrastructure package that is a Democrat-only budget reconciliation bill. What I can tell you is that in this budget reconciliation bill of $3.5 trillion, Democrats are going to fund the majority of this bill through a wealth tax and charging large corporations a flat fee, okay, a flat tax. That's what we're hearing. According to the U.S. Progressive Chair, Pramila Jayapal, she stated just the other day, and I quote, "Instead of rocketing off to space, billionaires need to finally pay their fair share of taxes." And Senator Elizabeth Warren, she had this to say the other day as well, and I quote, "Under my plan, Jeff Bezos would pay a $5.4 billion wealth tax of his estimated net worth of $181 billion. He could still pay for his space missions and super yachts, if that's where he gets his kicks. But as a nation, we could invest in our people, including universal child care." Now, I want to address this for a second because I don't talk about universal child care very much. One of the things that lawmakers are trying to do, specifically progressives, they want to make sure that everybody can afford child care. That's something that is feasible. You will not go broke by going to work and sending your child to a daycare service. It's not going to happen. What we are seeing right now is millions of Americans are paying about 30% of their monthly income in child care. 30%. However, Bernie Sanders states that under his plan, you will not pay any more than 7%. It will be a 7% cap. So if you only make $1,000, you would only have to pay a month. You would only have to pay $70 max per month for childcare. You see where this, obviously you make more money, your payment could potentially go up. But that is what according to reports, that is what we are about to see as we move forward. Democrats also feel now is the time to make this bold move. They need to make sure this bill is fully funded. The government is running out of money. That's a big issue. We'll talk more about that later on this week as Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen, she gives us updates there. We're also going to start talking about obviously the bipartisan bill. We're going to see a vote on that. We're going to talk about the $3.5 trillion infrastructure package. We're going to see movement there. We're going to talk about government spending as well, because obviously we have that coming to a cliff on September 30th, right? We got the unemployment. We got that coming. We got that cliff, right? We got the eviction moratorium, which is technically in 7 days, right? All these things are coming to an end, but the pandemic is not over. We're not seeing it ending. Democrats feel that this bold move is what we need. But while they're counting on this funding for the $3.5 trillion infrastructure package, some moderates are not so eager to rush a wealth tax or a flat fee for the largest corporations in the United States. What we are seeing is right now is that many moderates and Republicans have already said that these people are operating within the tax codes legally. And these were written by lawmakers. And so here's what I want to explain. Everyone says, oh, Jeff Bezos he's cheating the tax system. He's not. He is not cheating the tax system. These were the laws that were written. And this is what is insane, is lawmakers are looking at the laws that they wrote and are saying, hey, you're breaking the law, but That's not the case. He's actually going within the tax code. These are little loopholes. And this is what's going to happen no matter what lawmakers try to do. If they try to tax Jeff Bezos, maybe he pays it. Maybe the other billionaires in the country pay it. But chances are they're highly educated and very, very good, very thorough advisors are going to tell them how to get around these little loopholes and find them. And so they're not going to pay the amount that many of these lawmakers are requesting. So the bills that we're talking about may not be fully funded, which means the government will have to go into a little bit of a deficit in order to pay for these things. So we will see. But right now, there should be no reason why people are being asked to pay more, according to some experts. They say that these people are going within the guidelines, within the tax codes. And lawmakers either need to change the way that they are writing laws, or they need to find another, pretty much another person to put this on, to put the blame on. Because they're pretty much blaming it all on billionaires and large corporations. That's the reason why people are actually living in poverty. But it's technically not true. Here's something I just want to bring up. Right now, Medicare, okay? Yeah, Medicare offers some assistance, not everything, but hopefully that's going to change. But let's break into Social Security. Social Security actually keeps people in poverty. They are paying you under the federal poverty line every single month. But yet, nobody's really discussing that. They're talking about the billionaires and how they're going to space. Well, just because the billionaires go to space doesn't mean they have to pay for people on Social Security. Now, should they? Should they be paying all this money? Yes. But again, it's the tax code. The tax code is what is wrong. And so nobody's really talking about that. Nobody's really talking about, oh, we need to change the code. No, they're talking about, oh, we just need to charge more money. Let's increase that percentage. No. It doesn't work like that. Just because you increase the percentage from 21% to 28% doesn't do a thing, because if the billionaires and millionaires figure out the tax loopholes, they'll just go right around it again. So all it's really affecting is more the middle income earners, right? That's who it's impacting, not the rich, not the ultra wealthy. They're not going to be affected as much as many people think. Remember, this bipartisan bill, this doesn't have any direct assistance in it. All the direct assistance to the American people is in the American Families Plan. That's where it's at. So if we want to see additional assistance, possibly stimulus checks, an extension of the child tax credits, if we want to see all this stuff come through, it's going to come through the American Families Plan. That's it. Okay? Recently, the talks around adding student loan forgiveness into the American Families Plan, well, that has somewhat subsided. There are still some lawmakers that are pushing for this. However, not as many as previously were. So that's something that we need to keep an eye on. Democrats want to see the student loan forgiveness included. They say this is something that needs to be done. However, they say President Biden could ultimately delay this, and they don't have to worry about it right now if and only if President Biden extends the student loan payment pause. And if he extends this about 6 months through March 2022, which is something that some are expecting he is going to do, and this will most likely happen in August or September. We also know lawmakers are looking into ways to help lower income earners. And one of the ways that they're looking into doing this is actually by increasing the earned income tax credit. So, the earned income tax credit is not going to benefit everybody. It's not going to benefit every single person in the United States. However, it will impact a decent amount. But what I can tell you right now is that with the earned income tax credit increase, with a possible pause on student loan payments for another 6 months, with an extension of the child tax credit payments that are most likely going to be extended, whether it's 4 years or possibly a little bit lower, these will be extended. But lawmakers right now say they want to provide assistance to all Americans, not just those who started a family and have children. And that's what's being talked about right now, is that's who's getting all the assistance, is families and people with children. That's it. So whether this assistance comes from another stimulus check, possibly a $2,000 stimulus check, again, I don't know if that's going to happen, but we will see. It could be a tax credit. It could be more relief for targeted groups. For instance, people that need help with housing or need help with nutrition or possibly childcare. It's going to be very targeted. That's what we're hearing. The goal right now is just to get back to the lives that we once had. That's what lawmakers want to see. I think that's what the American people want to see. Let me know down in the comment section below. Would you be satisfied with the job that our political parties are doing if all that happens is we just go back to where we once were? We don't have more than we had before the pandemic. We have just the exact same amount, same money, same debt, same house, same everything. It's just we're pretty much starting over. Would you be satisfied with that? Because that's, according to reports, that's the goal. Just get the American people back to where they once were. So we'll see. Now let's get into the COVID news for today. More and more health experts worry that without a mask mandate and vaccine requirement, we are headed right back to another case or another wave of COVID cases. Health experts are telling us right now that the Biden administration should mandate masks across the United States in all public places. They say that this should be a requirement, and on top of that, it should be required to go and get the vaccine in order to do everyday tasks like going into a grocery store. However, this is up to the governors in every state. But if the governors are pressured by the Biden administration, chances are the Democratic governors at least would do this and support this. So, for instance, what we're seeing right now is many employers are actually, and especially in the medical field, are actually mandating vaccines or weekly COVID tests. You have the option. Get a vaccine and you don't have to succumb to that weekly COVID test, or you do the test every single week. If you fail the test or if you show symptoms, you go home. If you do not have a vaccine, you go home. You can use your paid time off. However, the hospital, those clinics, the medical fields, they are not going to provide you with any additional relief. They're not going to give you pretty much a free days off or a day off for free and pay you for that if you are not vaccinated. So they're doing everything in their power to pretty much entice you to get the vaccine. Experts say that this lagging vaccine rate is resting or pretty much putting the public health in another crisis. And it's putting more pressure on the economy and the American people. Some experts anticipate that COVID will continue on for around 1 more year. And they say that we're going to continue to see that push for social distancing, wearing masks, and sanitizing often throughout the winter. That's what we're hearing. What we're also hearing is that the White House will not put pressure on the country in order to get the vaccine because no vaccine has been fully vetted or approved by the FDA. And until this happens, until the Federal Drug Administration comes out and says, yes, they approve Pfizer and BioNTech or Johnson & Johnson or Moderna, until they actually do this, the federal government will actually stand back and just wait. But while we wait, some states are not going to wait around and see what happens. In the state of California, for example, and many other states also, people are actually being asked to show their vaccine cards when they go into a bar or a restaurant. And so this is something that isn't new. This is something that we've been seeing for some time. However, as the COVID cases increase, more states are deciding to do this. Some people are saying that this is a violation of their rights and privacy, but business owners say that it is their right to refuse service to anybody for any reason. So this is what we know right now, but as always, as I know more, I promise I will share more. Just want to thank you guys for watching. Maybe if you could and you enjoyed this video, go ahead, hit that like button. It really does help out the channel. Also, consider subscribing so I can continue to keep you updated on everything that's going on, and I'll see you guys on the next one.